All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a 2009 Toyota Camry with a 2.4 liter. We're going to be doing a couple things to this vehicle. We're going to be doing the thermostat, which is right down here. We'll also be doing the water pump, which is right back here. We're going to be doing the spark plugs. We're going to do the front brake pads and rotors. We got your NGK spark plugs. And we have a thermostat from Toyota. Do not go with any aftermarket thermostat. I've seen bad things happen to vehicles when you put in an aftermarket thermostat. At Toyota, it's about 50 bucks, but I'll put a link in the description below to Amazon, where you can probably pick it up there. Part number is 90916-03136. So there's a thermostat housing right there. There's one 10mm bolt here and one right down there. So you gotta take those two off. I'm not gonna drain the radiator or the engine. You just need to burp the system after you do that with a funnel. Like this one right here, but I'll put a link in the description below before I show you how to burp the system. Just make sure you put a catch can down there to catch any coolant, and this stuff is toxic to animals, so just make note of that. I'm not gonna disconnect the radiator hose. Just gonna pop this off, pull the old thermostat out and bring the new one in. Very easy to get to. This is probably one of the easiest vehicles I've ever seen a thermostat on. Sometimes they're buried, but it's also a 4-cylinder engine, so it's not that hard to get to. So just reaching down here, getting the nut off with my finger. There's one of them. Here's the top one, both 10mm. And you just grab the housing and you're free and clear. Bring that up so you don't have any coolant spill out. You also have coolant spill out when you pull the thermostat out. One thing to note, this little, I don't know what you call it, little metal wobble right here, this metal pin always goes on top. This helps burp the system of air. So always make sure you put that up. Also, replace the gasket when you do it. The gasket is sold separately, so make note of that when you buy it. See if I can grab this with my hands. No. Put the new one in. Try to do that quicker next time so you don't lose a whole bunch of coolant. Make sure the pin is up, 12 o'clock position. This is an old one. Doesn't look too bad, but this vehicle has 180,000 miles on it, so it's a good idea to do it. Just preventive maintenance. Double check my pin. It's up. And bring in the thermostat housing back onto the studs here. Got the thermostat housing back on, and then we're just gonna run the 10mm, the two 10mm down. They don't have to be super tight when you do it. Just snug them down. The gasket is what does all the sealing. And after you do this, after you have everything sealed up, you can just take a hose, get all this coolant off, just hose it down. Don't spray your engine down or get anything crazy like that, but just the area that's affected right below the thermostat, just hose it down with water. All right, I had to step down. I was using a 3/8 ratchet before, but I had to step down to 1/4 inch with the 10mm. Little extension, deep. Just, that one's snug. Double check the bottom one. All right, there you go. That's how you change out the thermostat on a Toyota 2.4 liter. Very easy. That's probably the simplest thermostat I've ever done. Let's get on to the spark plugs. I will put links in the description below to all the videos that I'm doing on this vehicle, so you guys can follow along.